time, I'd like to start off the panel. First of all, I'll introduce myself. I'm Kenyatta Beasley, professor of audio production at Long Island University, Brockman campus. Also a musician and composer. I've worked with Prince, Lauryn Hill, Shakira, Jay-Z, Mary J. Blige, Saturday Night Live, and a host of other musicians. And I'll be serving as your moderator today. I'd like to bring up everybody one by one. First of all, we have a fellow professor, Grammy Award-winning audio engineer and mixer. Before I tell you who he is, as he walks to the thing that says Bob Brockman. Bassy Bob Brockman is a music mixer. He is a music mixer, producer, also plays trumpet and bass, and new media creator. He has also musically collaborated with many singers and bands, such as the Fugees, Notorious B.I.G., Craig Mack, Tony Braxton, Babyface, CeeLo Green, Soul Alive, Surface, Brian McKnight, Christina Aguilera, Brandy, and Mary J. Blige, as well as a host of other artists. Bob has been nominated for more than 30 Grammy Awards and has won twice with Christina Aguilera and Kirk Franklin. Bob Brockman, ladies and gentlemen. Next up to the podium, I'd like to introduce Faith Newman. Faith has been named one of Complex Magazine's top 25 hip-hop and A&R executives in history. Faith has also discovered talent including Nas and Jamiroquai and worked with Public Enemy, LL Cool J, the Fugees, and many others. Faith is currently Senior Vice President of Creative and Business Development at Reservoir Media Management, where she recently added 2 Chainz apps and soul label Philly Groove to the company's robust label. Welcome, Faith Newman. Please welcome Benji Rogers to our panel. Benji Rogers is currently president and founder of Pledge Music, the global direct-to-fan company he co-founded in 2008. Recognized as one of the world's top 10 most innovative companies of 2015 in music by Fast Company, Pledge Music is now the leading international direct-to-destination offering artists a unique way to engage their fans in the music-making process, resulting in chart-topping albums worldwide. Once again, Benji Rogers. Next up to the table, we'll have Stuart Matthewman. Stuart Matthewman is a Grammy-winning songwriter, musician, producer, also known as Cotton Belly, and is a vital part of Sade. The multi-instrumentals can be heard on sax, guitar, keyboards, and programming. He's appeared on all of Sade's albums, Diamond Like Promise, Stronger Than Pride, and this goes on and on. Please welcome Stuart Matthewman. Last but not least, I'd like to bring up Fiona Bloom. Fiona is the director and creator of The Bloom Effect, founded in 2007, which is a unique full-service boutique that specializes in branding for artists, personalities, music labels, and lifestyle companies. The firm offers its clients a wealth of insight, knowledge, and expertise, as well as the benefits of a huge Rolodex of premium global contacts, everything it takes to make sure a brand is recognized or discovered by the right people. Fiona Bloom, ladies and gentlemen. So, seeing that the topic of this seminar is the artist as startup, I'd like to start off with this first question. First question will be this, and I'll direct this to Faith. How vital is it for artists to approach and plan their careers as startups, and how do you structure a business plan and a team around this concept?
It's not just vital, it's necessary these days. I mean, I'm coming at it from a publisher's perspective, so it's a little different, but in terms of looking for a legal deal, can you hear me? Okay, hi. Most labels include, like, I don't know if you know, but Public Records actually has their own metrics system that they use to determine who they're going to do deals with, and that's a combination of their social media stats, local. Can you not hear me?
No, turn it up. Right on it like that.
Really? Like Michael McDonald stuff?
Yeah.
Touch it, and hopefully you'll get an electric shock as well.
Yeah, cool. No, I mean, basically, labels are looking for you to walk in with the whole package. They want to see your stats. They want to see a story. I'm not going to start doing this back when I was, doing A&R kind of thing. But back when I was doing A&R for the labels, there was such a thing as artist development. And I signed Nas, and we took 2 years to make Illmatic. And I don't think something like that could ever happen again. There was, you can't have somebody sign for 2 years and even release nothing. So, and it was up to the label and, the support staff there to, develop the artist and make it happen. They're looking for something, to me, it seems like they're looking for something that's a little more ready-made these days.
Anybody else care to add on to that question? How vital is it for artists to approach and plan their careers as startups? And how do you structure a business plan and a team around this concept? Benji?
I'll have a punch at this one. Let's be clear that 99% of startups also fail. So treating yourself like a true startup means that you basically will go down certain paths, try certain things, and if they fail, you have to adjust. And you have to adjust your execution strategy. A great manager is someone who's going to basically cultivate the artist and help them grow their career so that every Republic will become interested.
I don't get it on my radar.
Exactly, and then it's very valuable. I mean, I remember people used to just basically go looking through MySpace and say, wow, this person got, 1 million MySpace listens, and then I would hit a button and I'd add another 1 million. I'd be like, check this out, But in terms of a startup, startups today are quite rigid. There's a wonderful concept called growth hacking. Growth hacking is basically trying to start very, very lean and go from there. 9 times out of 10, if you're paying someone to help you with this, you want to have very clear goals and understand what strategies aren't working. If you're going out with trying to expose yourself and look really beautiful and hot and it's not resonating, stop doing that. Try another go at this. There's an artist that's doing this right now, and I'm watching him, and very pretty girl, very handsome guy, really kind of giving it all up on Instagram, and I'm watching it, and the average like level is 130, and it's not moving. So one would say, okay, if it's not growing from there, let's try something else. And the thing to remember that startups really can teach artists is you growth hack within an inch of your life in a really good lean startup. You'll basically sit there and say, we spent $500 on promotion. It did not yield $600 worth of revenue, therefore we will not do it. Versus spending $500 and saying, look, 8,000 people listened to my song, which paid me $1.50. So I think you have to think in that way. But also startups are often founded around incredible teams. So a brilliant manager, a great, if you're not going to be an expert in social media, getting someone who is. And don't be afraid to fail. Startups are designed that way. You try things and you fail. So you're going to fail a bunch. I got quite lucky in my startup, that it became viable and that, but we failed a lot. We made lots of mistakes. We had to go raise money, all kinds of things. But you get into a mindset as a musician, and I was the musician too, where I would basically if I keep making 1,000 flyers and handing them out, people are going to show up. And they didn't. And I didn't stop. I didn't try something else. And after a while, I'm like, am I crazy? And I believe that the definition of insanity is trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So to think like a startup, think about your user base, how you get more of them, and don't be afraid to fail and or change strategy while you're doing it.
I actually wanted to add something to that as well. I mean, absolutely, it's crucial to have you, the artist, with a mentality of being that startup. Or you could do, get an artist to endorse you, such as a Kanye West signs you. That I call a jump start. So you've got the two scenarios. You've got a jump start where you've already got the audience, you've already got an entity that's well known, and you're coming out. And then you've got the exact, stuff that we're all here doing, what we do every day, trying to start your company. You have an idea, you have a vision. So what's really important as that artist, you're a brand, right? So with that brand comes the vision and your logo. Just like a startup business, you've got to come with the image. You've got to know what your image is. Same with the artist. What's that logo? What's that tagline? What is that entity? What does it stand for? What does it mean? How does it resonate? And you've got to come with it at that mindset as well.
Okay, to piggyback off that, Fiona, I have this question for you. When we think about branding, do we make considerations that more people associate artists with lifestyle rather than music? Deals with it because of this whole social media thing. It seems like everybody's a poser,
right,
and we know nothing about what they do musically.
I mean, it really just depends on the music, doesn't it? I mean, if you're a DJ, that's DJ culture, it's definitely lifestyle. If you're hip hop, it's lifestyle, right? If you're hip hop, whatever you're talking about lyrically is the culture, and that's the lifestyle. I mean, I'm not so sure if a folk artist, and maybe you guys can interject here, I'm not so sure if a folk artist or a singer-songwriter has, I mean, obviously it's a lifestyle for them too, don't get me wrong. This is our lifestyle. I mean, we live, breathe, and eat music. Bloom Effect, to me, this is my lifestyle. This is not my career. This is my lifestyle. This is my life. There's nothing else I can do. I wake up doing it. I eat doing it. I die doing it. This is it. I will die doing it. I don't know any other way. So, I mean, I guess with that said, yes, it's definitely become lifestyle. And fans, they're fascinated with what an artist had for breakfast. They're fascinated with your shopping escapades. They're fascinated with, who your next boyfriend is. So yes, if that answers your question, yes.
Stuart? Oh, go ahead. No.
I was going to say, I mean, before, like artists, you look up to, whether it's, I don't know, like David Bowie or whoever it was, and you'd want to try and be like them, and there was a mystery, and you didn't quite know about them. Is he gay? Is he not? You're not sure. And the whole image thing. And the whole thing was that you wanted to try and be like that. And now it seems like social media, all the bands, artists want to be like their fans. And it's all about how can I be as normal and fit with my fans. And it's just something, I guess, that we have to do, right? I mean, and you're forced it, with major labels, keep on with your Instagram, keep on with your Facebook. People want to see stuff, And it's, it's a challenge for the artists if you just want to do music and gig,
I mean, it's always been about lifestyle. It's just the access was limited. You had music magazines, or you could go to a concert.
But it was edited.
Or you could join a fan club. Yeah, it was edited.
It's edited.
And now there's just so much access. So many different venues in so many ways that there really isn't any filter anymore. There is no, and I think it can be a good thing too, because that's what's helped kind of build your brand, is the feeling that the space between the fan and the artist is